Mia had always believed the safest way to connect was from a distance. At 27, she worked remotely as a UX designer in Austin, her days spent behind a laptop, her nights filled with quiet routines. After a painful breakup, Mia learned to protect her heart by keeping it behind a screen. And that was how she met Ethan. They found each other in an online creative forum, in a late-night thread about design mistakes and favorite fonts. His comment was thoughtful, funny without trying too hard. She replied. He replied back. What started as professional banter slowly warmed into something more. They messaged about everything: work stress, childhood memories, and the way loneliness could creep in even when life looked full from the outside. Ethan lived in San Francisco, and he had a calm honesty in his words that made Mia feel seen. They didn't rush to exchange photos. They exchanged trust first. Nights stretched longer. Voice notes replaced texts. Laughter crossed time zones. Mia found herself smiling at her phone in a way she hadn't in years. But reality always lingered like a shadow. You ever think about how strange this is? Mia asked one night during a video call. Ethan smiled softly. All the time, but it doesn't feel fake. It scares me, she admitted. What if we meet and everything changes? What if it doesn't? He replied. What if it becomes more real than we imagined? The question stayed with her. After 6 months, Ethan suggested visiting Austin. Mia's heart raced with a tangle of fear and excitement. She almost said no. Screens were safe, distance was controlled. But love doesn't grow in hiding. I want to meet you, she finally said, her voice trembling slightly. But I'm terrified. Ethan's smile was warm and reassuring. So am I, he said. Let's be brave together. The day he arrived, Mia stood outside a coffee shop downtown, her palms sweating. Every stranger looked like him until, suddenly, one of them was. Ethan was taller than she imagined, but his smile was so familiar it made her chest ache. For a long moment, neither of them moved. Then he opened his arms. The hug was warm, grounding, and undeniably real. Mia breathed in and felt something finally settle inside her. This was happening. They spent the day walking through the city, discovering that the silence between them was just as comfortable as their endless conversations. They laughed over lunch, sharing stories they hadn't typed before. She noticed the way he tapped his fingers when he was thinking. He noticed the way she tucked her hair behind her ear when she was nervous. That evening, as the sun dipped low, they stood on a quiet bridge overlooking the river. I'm glad you're real, Mia said softly. So, are you? Ethan replied. Their first kiss was hesitant, almost shy. A gentle meeting of lips that carried months of unspoken emotion. When they pulled apart, Mia laughed through happy tears. I was afraid you'd feel like a stranger. You feel like home, he said. The days that followed felt surreal. Ethan extended his trip. They cooked together, explored bookstores, and shared slow mornings filled with long talks. Their love unfolded naturally, not as a digital fantasy, but as a deliberate choice. Still, doubt crept in. One night, Mia confessed, what if this only works because it started online? What if the distance made it easier? Ethan took her hands. Distance didn't create this, he said firmly. Honesty did. When it was time for him to leave, the goodbye hurt more than Mia had prepared for. But it wasn't an empty goodbye. It was filled with hope. They planned more visits, then longer stays. Eventually, their conversations turned from plans to permanent decisions. A year later, Mia stood in a small apartment in San Francisco, with sunlight spilling across unpacked boxes. Ethan wrapped his arms around her from behind. Beyond the screen, he whispered, kissing her temple. She smiled, leaning back into his embrace. Love hadn't been safer online. It had simply been waiting for the courage to step into the real world. And when it did, it was everything they had hoped for, and so much more. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe to Heart Talk Stories, where every love story finds its voice. Thanks for watching.